Let's start the chapter Multiplication in Plants, chapter 11, on page 161 and 162. We have been discussing about asexual reproduction modes. There are different type of asexual reproduction mode, that is budding, fragmentation, spore formation and vegetative propagation. In the previous session, we have discussed about budding, fragmentation and spore formation. Today, let us move on to the topic vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation is a kind of asexual reproduction which is observed in higher plant groups like rose plant, grass, ginger, etc. We know that there are different vegetative parts of a parent plant like root, stems or leaves. Some plants grow from roots of the parent plant, some grow from stem of the plant, some new plants grow from leaves of the parent plant. Thus, there is no flower, no involvement of flower as a reproductive part take place. Here, only part of the plant is responsible for the production of baby plant by the process of asexual mode of reproduction. First method involved in this vegetative propagation is runner. Where do you observe this runner? Plants like grasses, they form runner. The runner arises from the axillary bud and it creeps, it grows horizontally along the ground. Then roots are developed from the nodes on the runner, nodes from the runner. Then from these nodes, new plant or new grass arises. Then slowly this new plant detaches from the mother plant, then grow independently as a plant. The next one is tuber. Tuber is nothing but the swollen part of the plant which is underground part of the stem of the plant. We know that on the surface of the potato we can see number of eyes or nodes which develop into buds from which new plant arises. Basically what we do, what farmers do, they cut the eyes of the potato and they plant it in the soil. When they put this eye part of the potato in the soil, new plant, potato plant can be risen up. Thus, new potato plant can be developed from the eye of an potato. Next organ of the vegetative propagation is rhizome. It is a horizontally growing underground stem which is swollen part of the stem in which food is stored. The rhizome have many nodes, internodes and also scaly leaves and adventitious roots. It has buds on its surface from which new plants grows or new plants develop. The best examples of this rhizome is ginger and turmeric. This is the nodes of the ginger. From these new plants or new ginger plant is grown. The next one is foliar buds. The plants like bryophyllum, the rows of foliar buds are produced on the end of the leaf margin. Then slowly from this leaf margin, these foliar nodes are detached from the leaf and grow into new plant. The next organs of vegetative propagation is root tubers. Root tuber is a swelling adventitious roots. Examples are dahlia and sweet potato. These roots have stored food in them. That is what it is swollen. If sweet potato is cut into pieces, then it is sown in soil. We can see new plants are arising or developing from this cut portion of the sweet potato. Now let us see some advantages of vegetative propagations. There are new plants are developed in less time through this vegetative propagation process. The plants produce an exact copy of the parent plant. Also, less attention is required for the plants which is grown through this vegetative propagation rather than plants grown from seeds. The other method of vegetative propagation is tissue culture or micropropagation. This is a chemical technique. By using some chemical and artificial nutrition as well as adding some certain plant hormones, people develop artificially some plants. Such a type of growing plants in lab under suitable condition or under artificial condition is called tissue culture or micropropagation. Some other method of artificial propagation is cutting, grafting, and layering. What is artificial propagation? The man-made method of vegetative mode of propagation is called artificial propagations. First, we look on to cutting. Cutting is a method of artificial mode of propagation. It is a simple method. If you want to grow new rose plant from the parent plant, you should have the cutting. This is very simple, quite common. Only we have to cut the branch of the stem of this plant and you have to replant it in the soil. You can see new plants are arising or new plants are developing. This is the method of cutting. The next method is grafting. This method is also called horticulture. It is a method of developing new varieties of fruit plants. In this method, you have to select the healthy stem of a plant and you should cut the plant in oblique manner. What does it mean? Slanting position or slanting mode of cutting is required. And you have to insert over this cut stem into the another rooted plant. And they are tied together. Then you can see after a few days, new plants developing from this position or from this joint. The next method of artificial propagation is layering. In this method, a branch of the main plant, the parent plant, is bent towards the ground and this bended portion of the plant is covered with soil. Then after some days, you can see roots develop from this covered part of the bent portion of the plant. Later, this bent branch is cut and made to grow into new plant. Plants like jasmine and bougainvillea are grown by the method of layering. So, we have discussed different artificial mode of propagation of plant, that is cutting, grafting and layering. Rose plants and hibiscus plants, they undergo cutting process, and grafting we go for some fruits plants, and layering we go for jasmine and bougainvillea plants. And also we have discussed about tissue culture. It is also artificial mode of propagation of plants which is done in lab.